Hi, my name is Felicia Shakespeare. This is the training for You Are Your Brand, Building from the Inside Out. In the first module, I want to talk about having a clear vision, which is one of the levels that we have to address when developing our personal brand. So what does it mean to have clear vision? I think the first thing that we have to address in order to maintain clear vision is to understand what is causing us to have distractions, right? Many times we have distractions, but we may not have identified how to overcome those critical distractions. So with that said, we all can potentially face obstacles in our lives. So this is why I believe, even when I say have a clear vision, that's why it's so important to even create a map for your vision in your life. Many times individuals create vision boards, right? A vision board is something that gives us a clear roadmap and specific goals as to what we would want to achieve as individuals. So when I think of, once again, having a vision board, I am seeing a play-by-play depiction clearly as to where I want to go, what work will be required to get me there, as far as the time put in and the steps to achieve those goals. And once again, it's forever before me. So the approach that I want you to take to your brand and your business is to also anticipate that there will be obstacles to your vision. Number one, don't focus on unimportant things, but on the critical things, I think, as I've said before. This is what a vision board helps us do. It keeps us focused. And I think I refer to that clearly on page 59 of the book, You Are Your Brand, to help clear that up. And I think the analogy that I used there was in relation to what a jungle does. So just like you know, in any situation, you could potentially be dealing with a lot of different obstacles along the way. But the key is staying the course when you want to reach your goal. The second thing I would like for you to take note of is to remove the time snatchers. One thing we cannot get back in life is our time. Many times, I think, even with a very highly technological age and society that we live in, sometimes I don't think we realize as individuals how much it impacts our brand, both in a positive way and potentially in a negative way. So if we're talking about having a clear vision, that can be twofold as it relates to time. Number one, we cannot afford to spend too much time on technology, because why? Many times you can have a plan to do one thing, and even myself, I've been guilty of it. I'll go on social media to look up something or to respond to someone that may have inboxed me on a business matter. And next thing I know, I'm looking at whose birthday it is. I'm seeing family members and, of course, news and all types of things that have now taken my attention away from why I was there. And then I look up and it's an hour later. So it is so important that even as we consider having a clear vision, that we maintain a sense of focus. And that's why even having clear goals, when you create a roadmap, whether it be a vision board, is one component. Another component would be as you create a planner for your life. Me personally, in relation to technology, I think it's very positive to have a digital planner. I believe in keeping track of time because, once again, there are so many things that are taking our attention on a daily basis. What else? Sometimes even just situations that are unplanned can end up on our calendar. So whether you are getting a phone call, so back to the technology piece. So whether you are getting a phone call from a family member, whether you are receiving business calls, things that are not done on a time schedule or in a planned segment can sometimes also be distracting. So I am a firm believer that having a clear vision and reaching your critical goals require you to, once again, avoid the distractions, particularly the critical distractions, and sometimes what I would call the mass distractions, those things that we don't always see as distractions, and that's how we spend and allocate our time with those who are closest to us. There's nothing wrong with spending time with family and friends, but at the end of the day, make sure you are having and clear on the plan that you have for those things. Also, you have to follow through on your plans. You have to follow through on your plans. Of course, There is an old term that says, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I totally believe that is so true as you have a clear vision towards success in developing your personal brand. So what do you have to do? You have to actually stay focused to see your vision through completion. Another thing that tends to stray people away from having clear vision is the fact that they do not finish what they start. And sometimes that could be equated to procrastination. So how do you overcome procrastination? You have to ask yourself, number one, be truthful. Are you the type of person that has a problem finishing what they started? Even personally, at one point in time, I had to stop and look at a number of different tasks and things that I said I wanted to complete. And then I had to think about and size up and take note of what did I actually complete versus what I still said I wanted to do. And what I really would be honest to say to you and myself is those things that were important to me, I did finish. And those things that I did not prioritize were not finished. So one of the key components to having a clear vision and also understanding how to further your brand level is to stay focused through completion of your goals. You have to break the pattern, right, and set new standards for yourself. Of course, it's also very important to be a finisher. I think it takes a certain mindset, and that mindset is that of resilience. So what is resilience? Resilience is something I know just from my own experiences. It's not something that's necessarily natural. I think it's something that's bred in you through time, through experiences, and through simply not giving up. So what is resilience ultimately? You have to take on tasks most times that you may not be interested in finishing, or it may not be as attractive to you to have to do certain things. So for example, let's say your goal is to one of your vision goals is to lose weight. And if you choose not to zone in and do the necessary things on a daily basis, then you won't reach that goal. However, in order to reach that goal, in order to overcome all the distractions, it's going to take a certain mindset. And I would call that a resilient mindset. What is resilience? The ability to keep going regardless of how you feel, regardless of what it looks like. That is critical. So just as a quick recap, I want to say this to you. Once again, to have clear vision, we have to also, once again, approach our business in a way where we are not allowing our circumstances to deter us from the ultimate goals that we have. 2, we have to anticipate the potential obstacles, which means we don't want to focus on the unimportant, but we want to focus on the critical things. We want to also remove the snatchers, I would say the snatchers of our time, and whatever form that comes in, whether that be unfruitful efforts. And like I said, it's nothing wrong with social media. It's nothing wrong with television. It's nothing wrong with most things. It's just a matter of, do those things align with what your goals are? And are you doing those things in a moderate fashion that will align with and add value to what you're doing? Because I do also want to add this bonus. It's very important to have a balanced life. I do believe as part of having a clear vision, it's not one-sided. So you may say, Felicia, what do you mean by that? What I mean by that, it's great to have business goals, but you also have other parts of who you are. So when we talk about a personal brand, I always like to say, you are always a part of it. So you always bring yourself to the business transaction. You are always a part of the equation. So having a balance, both body, mind, and spirit, is critical when you're setting your goals. So I would say equally set goals for all 3 areas. Once again, follow through on your plans, stay focused through completion, and that would conclude this segment.